The newly appointed National Security Advisor (NSA) Nuhu Ribadu was born in Yola, Adamawa State on the 21st of November 1960. He attended Liu Mustafa Primary School, Yola from 1966 to 1973 and Yawa Government Secondary School, Yola from 1973 to 1977. Between 1978 and 1980, Mr. Ribadu was at the College of the Criminal Studies (CPS) Yola for his A-level studies. In 1980, he gained admission to study law at Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, graduating in 1983. He graduated from the Nigerian Law School and was called to bar in 1984. He joined the Nigerian Police Force immediately after his National Youth Service. Mr. Ribadu holds an LLM degree with emphasis on the jurisprudence of corruption in Nigeria from the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria in 2008. He was at the Harvard University Business School where he did a program on strategic management of law enforcement agencies. The name Nuhu Ribadu has become a household name in Nigeria and beyond on account of his glorious public service record and personal integrity. A trained lawyer and a fearless crime fighter, Mr. Ribadu has carved a niche for himself as someone who is patriotic, passionate, honest, courageous, and passionate. He is the pioneer of Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), the government commission tasked with countering corruption and fraud, which he literally transformed into one of the most effective and renowned anti-graft agencies in modern history. Yet, his major contribution to the anti-corruption crusade was his selflessness, resilience, and exemplary of conduct in his spirited fight against the cankerworm. With uncommon commitment and dedication to duty, Mr. Ribadu worked assiduously to clean the audience table created by graft and fraud. He courageously brought to book hundreds of fraudsters, scores of high-profile looters, and economic saboteurs in spite of temptation, booby traps, and threats to life. In 3 years, the EFCC under his leadership built the now most celebrated crime training and research institute in the West African region. The agency has recorded over 200 criminal convictions under his leadership. In acknowledgement of this rare achievement, Mr. Ribadu was promoted to the rank of Assistant Inspector General of Police (AIG) in March 2007. The African Union put him on its advisory board on anti-corruption matters, and he was invited to join the advisory board of the Friends of the World Bank UNODC initiative on stolen asset recovery. Mr. Ribadu is a recipient of several awards as a police officer, prosecutor, and a chairman of the EFCC. He received the Inspector General of Police Award in 1997, 1998, and in the year 2000, and the Special Commendation for President in 2005 for the successful prosecution of several advanced fee fraud cases, bank frauding, and sundry economic crimes. He was also specially commended by the Accountant General of the Federation for successfully prosecuting some corrupt public servants in 1999. Since 2004, notable newspapers and magazines in Nigeria have repeatedly voted Mr. Ribadu as the Man of the Year in recognition of his outstanding achievement as a committed crusader against corruption and other related crimes. In 2008, Mr. Ribadu completed the senior executive course of the Nigerian Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, where he was conferred with the membership of National Institute (MNI). In June 2010, Mr. Ribadu was awarded the Doctors of Law Honoris Causa by the Babcock University in Ogun State, in recognition of his resolute courage as well as his fierce stance against corruption, the face of sponsored disgrace and certain death that has resulted into positive changes and global acclaim hitherto considered impossible. In 2012, Mr. Ribadu had left the United Nations assignment in Afghanistan and took up a special inquest into government revenue from the oil sector, an assignment he handled with his characteristic passion and discretion, turning in a report that has since become a reference point on reforming Nigerian oil industry. In his quest for higher call to service, Mr. Ribadu has since in 2010 been involved in active politics. He was named the NSA today 19 June 2023, days after he was appointed the Secretary Advisor to the President. So that was the lifetime of Mr. Ribadu, one man who never encourages corruption, who has fought against corruption with his last blood. So here's the story of Mr. Ribadu, the one and only man who sees corruption as a sin. See you in our next video. Hope you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Reality Stories.